Good Friday morning, everybody. This is the Iceman here on the Jeffrey Rose YouTube channel, the Iceman V2013 channel, and this video is called My Two Cents, episode number 2. And what I want to talk about in this video is a couple things. First off, a lot of people have been discussing as of late that the WWE is really booking the hell out of Seth Rollins, and they sort of fail to see, the talent that lies beneath him, as far as like Dean Ambrose goes and others. Why is Seth Rollins being booked to the hill? Well, personally, let's face it, you watch him in the ring, he's phenomenal in the ring for one thing. He's got great mic skills. He's a high flyer. Um, and personally, he has that demeanor of like a CM Punk. He has that kind of punkish style. Probably a little more agile in the ring than Punk was. A little quicker. Does more high flying moves. But Seth Rollins is the guy right now that probably is leading us into the next generation of superstars, and you can't take that away from him. The guy has an enormous amount of talent, and things did change. I mean, when Roman Reigns was around before he had the hernia operation, Roman Reigns was getting pushed pretty darn good, and with Reigns' injury, it just brought upon the WWE to start pushing Seth Rollins that much even more. It was everything probably happens for a reason. And in my opinion, Seth Rollins is probably one of the best wrestlers on the WWE roster today. Not taking anything away from anybody else, but Rollins has all the tools, totally. And like I said, to become a superstar, you got to have a little bit of everything. And, mic skills are very, very important here in the WWE, because you can be a good wrestler, and if you're really lousy on the mic, to be quite honest with you, you don't usually go too far. It rarely happens. So, as far as Seth Rollins being booked, the way he's being booked, I have no issues with that. Um, Everybody's been complaining, about it's always Cena and Orton, Cena and Orton, Cena and Orton. Well, now it's all Seth Rollins. And, you know, there comes a time where the torch needs to be passed, and it has not quite been, totally passed on. But Seth Rollins is right at the doorstep, waiting for that door to open and to get through it. And he's doing a great job as well. A lot of people are talking about Seth Rollins turning face. At this point in time, I can't see that happening. Just for the simple fact is, with Randy Orton being gone, and Randy Orton's going to come back as a face, you would have no major heel really within the WWE, other than Kane. And with Ryback coming back as a baby face, really there's really no major heels. Yeah, we do have Rusev, and he's another topic I want to talk about. So anyway, Seth Rollins doing a great job for the WWE. I think the WWE is doing a great job with Seth Rollins. I like the direction they're headed into, because right now the way things are going with Rollins, this opens up doors to a lot of matches for Rollins, especially with John Cena, Randy Orton when he returns. It just opens up a lot of doors, and we've already seen the Rollins Ambrose feud, expire. What will happen when Roman Reigns comes back? Um, that opens doors to a matchup between them as well. The only thing that I do have an issue with this enormous booking of Seth Rollins, and he holds the Money in the Bank briefcase. Right now, Rollins is knocking on the door to take any title away, and it's just sort of ironic that our WWE World Heavyweight Champion isn't around for Seth Rollins, where he's peaking right now, where he could get the opportunity to steal away that belt from Brock Lesnar. And that's the only issue I do have with the WWE is by keeping Lesnar off TV, allowing Lesnar to control, you know, when he does show and when he doesn't. I think the WWE needs to put their foot down. But in any event, uh, that's not for me to say. That's just my opinion. Now, as far as Rusev goes, a lot of people were talking about how devastating Rusev is. The only problem with the Rusev character and his gimmick is with this political, you know, thing with Russia and the United States. How long can this gimmick really run for? Um, Rusev's gone through Jack Swagger. He's gone through Mark Henry. He's gone through the Big Show. He has taken down Sheamus, who is from Ireland, no less. But when it comes to his gimmick, there's coming to the point where it's somewhere down the road. It's got to end. A lot of people are thinking and projecting that it will be John Cena that'll take Rusev down. It possibly could. I mean, but like I said, it has to end somewhere. And this major undefeated streak for Rusev, how long can it go on? I mean, you can only go through so many on the roster if you want to pit Russia against the United States. I mean, it's got to end somewhere. And when it does end, what does this do to the character of Rusev? Because it's been so dominated on the fact that it's the Soviet Union against the United States. And so whether or not they'll have to repackage Rusev somewhere down the road, it's probably likely as well, because it just stands to reason. There's only so many superstars he can go through. And, they have to get off this one country versus the other country type gimmick and come up with something different for Rusev. We saw the return of Curtis Axel as well, and the WWE thought that being the son of the great Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig was gonna, escalate Curtis Axel to stardom. He does have some skills, but again, to become a superstar, you need all the tools, a little bit of each. And, he does have wrestling skills. I think his mic skills are horrible. And it just, he's lacking in a lot, unfortunately. I really don't see him going, real far in the WWE. Maybe someday they can repackage him and reteach him, but I mean, he is a good talent. But I don't see him becoming a major superstar in my eyes and in my opinions. Ryback has come back. He's a babyface. This will be Ryback's like fourth or fifth chance at becoming somebody. Ryback's only problem is he messes up in the ring. A lot of times we don't see it. We read about it later on. He has a knack of messing up moves, which could actually really injure some other superstars. He's done it a couple times with Daniel Bryan. He did it with Cena at one point. Hopefully Ryback gets on track because, if you really want to be somebody, you got to put a lot of heart and effort into it. And right now the fans are actually cheering for Ryback. So maybe this can work out this time for Ryback. I hope so. The WWE needs to get some of these stars to where the fans, are really cheering for them, as they do like with the major top heels, which we don't have too many major top heels. Seth Rollins is probably the biggest heel we have in the company right now. Kane will always be there. I think when they unmask Kane, and made him corporate Kane. I think it took a lot of steam out of Kane. I don't think Kane will ever become the demon that he used to be, and that's an unfortunate thing as well. But anyway, I like right now what the WWE is doing. I mean, just start bringing up some stars from NXT, and whether you move them onto SmackDown and then you gradually get them onto Raw, I mean that's fine. I mean, but you really need to start doing it. And I see a new direction for the WWE. I think they're trying. Their last two Monday Night Raws, their main events were excellent. They were probably two of the best I've seen in a very long time. And and a lot of people talking about Survivor Series with Team Cena versus Team Authority. I don't really personally see the Authority going down quite as yet. Vince just returned. I think Vince is going to play a big role when the Authority does go down. And if not at WrestleMania 31, maybe at the Rumble. We'll just have to wait and see. But Vince will play a role some way or another. And that when the day comes where Vince screws over Stephanie and Triple H, it's going to be, a great feeling to watch this because um, Triple H and Stephanie have done a good job at playing their heels characters on air, but I think it's run its course for me. After a while, you get tired of the Authority getting their way all the time. And it's been a very, very long time. It's been since SummerSlam, since Randy Orton cashed in and Triple H pedigreed Daniel Bryan. And so, but all in all, this coming new year, possibly the return of Daniel Bryan. Hopefully, we'll have Roman Reigns coming back. Um, Injuries play a big part, especially when you script things, weeks or months ahead of time. So, but anyway, those are my thoughts. That's my 2 cents on everything. And let me know what you guys think. And have yourself a great Friday. This is the Iceman. Peace out, everybody.